Hey, what's up guys, it's Oakley, and we're going to be covering the Rome 2 music. This is as per a request of one of you guys had asked basically who would be composing the music and what we would expect. So this is kind of what I did, and we're going to be diving into it. So this is news that's been out for a little while, but something I haven't really covered and we haven't seen in basically a news press or anything like that. Of course, there's no real images to go along with it. In any case, those of you who have been with the Total War series will have been familiar with the music, and the main composer who you would have known was Jeff van Dyck. So he's been at the heart of the Total War series. He was a composer for the original Shogun, Medieval, Spartan Total War, the first Rome, Medieval 2, and Shogun 2. So he was a really great composer. Everyone loved his music. In particular, Rome. I really loved it. So, for example, a couple of his songs for that he composed was the Rome Total War theme. That had a really good mood. I really loved it. It got me hooked onto the game. And it was just great, the range of music he had. For example, the one entitled Warrior March was for battles when it's building up. And, throughout this video, I might just give you some snippets of that audio just to spark your memory. So the Warrior March was something that was built, sort of a build-up thing. He uses the drums, the trumpets, all sorts of stuff, and it's really a full music performance. But then he also had sort of a calmer look, and that was Divinitus. I really liked that one. That was on the campaign map. It was very calming, very nice. And the use of the vocals and the instruments and all that stuff, it was really great. I love the huge range and variety that Jeff van Dyck was able to bring to the Total War series. So those are the ones from Rome that really sold it for me. So not only was the game great in terms of the gameplay and the mechanics at the time, but the music was really stellar. So Jeff has also been working on other things. He did music for FIFA, NBA Live, Need for Speed, and also the TV show Decisive Battles. If you guys have seen that, that was pretty cool. And also recently in the trailer for Rome 2, Faces of Rome, I'll go ahead and play a little bit of that. He was basically behind putting in the music for that. But Jeff van Dyck, even though he's been prolific, even though he's been with the Total War series for a while, he's not going to be the one doing the compositions for Rome 2. But he has given his full backing to the man who will be stepping up and basically taking charge of Rome 2. And that is going to be Richard Beddow. So Richard Beddow is not new to the Total War series. He was there. He's he's been working with the team, not always the main composer, always working with the Total War series and other games. He was the main composer for Empire and Napoleon Total War. So anyways, I did some research about Richard Beddow, and I'm going to start off first and foremost to say that Jeff van Dyck, who we all know and love, has given his full endorsement of Richard Beddow's skills. So, there is nothing going to be missing from this game. In any case, if we're talking about Richard Beddow, he's an Ivor Novello award-winning composer and sound designer. He actively worked in the entertainment industry since 1998. He's a classically trained musician, and his material has been heard in numerous video games, TVs, shows, radio programs, and different film productions. So, he's a very highly respected musician, and he's been working on all sorts of different variety of things. Particularly his composition for Empire Total War. I'll probably play some of that in the background right now, but that was really great. And his compositions for Empire Total War actually won him a BAFTA in 2010, and the music was nominated for the 2009 Develop Audio Accomplishment Award, so it was some really great music. And the Napoleon Total War music also was really great, and it I think it was it probably won some awards. I can't remember what the particular ones are right now, but all of those, you know, kept up the standard of Total War, and they were really good, and they set the mood. So I'll play some of those for you now. But in any case, that's just to lay the groundwork for Richard Beddow, so we can expect a lot from him. And as we've heard with this game, Rome 2, it has a huge budget, much greater than previous Total War games, so they're putting a lot. Of course, the music is kind of the glue that holds in the whole game. It's what's going to be playing as you go through your hours and hours of campaign or multiplayer and all that. So we can expect a lot from Rome 2's music selection. It's obviously going to be awesome. Go ahead and listen to this first song right here. This is the first song we've heard from Richard Beddow for Rome 2 Total War. This is the so I'll play this for you right now, and I'll keep talking, but this is really cool, and they have a full orchestra, live recordings, all that. It's really great. It's really awesome, so I hope you enjoy it. In any case, the game audio will not only just be music. They have a full range of people basically clanging metal against metal, scraping against different chainmail and stuff like that. So there's going to be a rich combat and ambient sound system that's going to be in the game to supplement the music. So you're going to have a whole range of sounds in game. So the music is going to be, you know, locked away. That's going to be great. But also you have this whole feature of all this stuff that was mentioned in a previous video. On top of that, what I recently heard is if you zoom in closer to your troops, you'll be hearing, you know, the sergeants yelling at the troops. You'll be hearing the troops yelling insults at the enemy soldiers. You'll hear a lot of that clamor, and also you'll hear some of the music, the trumpet and the fanfare coming from the troops. Now, the individual musicians among the troops won't be represented because it'd be too hard to animate those, and they won't, you know, they wouldn't engage in battle and all that stuff. So it'd be a little weird, but the audio will still be there. It'll be highly believable. So all of this intertwined will make a very rich audio setting for Rome 2 Total War, and you know, I'm really excited for this. I think you know, don't despair too much that we don't have Jeff van Dyck. Richard Beddow has been fully endorsed by Jeff, and he's proved himself in Empire Total War and Napoleon Total War, as well as this first series of music, and I have no doubt that he'll be able to replicate the sort of the tunes and the variety that we got to know and love in previous Total War games. So in any case, I'll see you guys next time. For full links to the audio, I'll link those below as always. Anyways, see you guys next time.